What is up, Raidernation? It's your boy Samore Raider, back at it again with another video, and we got some news today to talk about. But before we talk about any of that, if this is the very first time you came across my channel and you're a fan of the Las Vegas Raiders, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Also, this weekend in LA, I know that the Raider Nation is feeling down. I felt down, especially after that ass whooping that we took at home last week. But it's a new week. We head over to our home, away from home. We finally get to have a home game. You know, I'm pretty sure that 80% of the fans that's going to be at SoFi Stadium this weekend is going to be none other than the Raider Nation. So, of course, I will be there this weekend. If you guys are going to be in LA this weekend for the Raiders versus Chargers game, then definitely tap in with the Oos Nation. We have a night before party at the View, absolutely free before 8:30. So come through, have a good time with the Oos Nation. This past weekend was a vibe outside of the game, but nonetheless, we continue to keep that same energy in back-to-back weeks in LA. Also, for some of you guys that haven't bought tickets yet and want to come through and party with us in the suite at SoFi Stadium, you know, the Oos Nation, me, Mr. Fitz, and even some other Raider fans that are going to be there, man, definitely tap in. We got limited tickets available. If you guys want a special deal, man, DM the Oos Nation. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time and let's get right into the video.
And you tell them one thing, just win, baby. It's because you're not feeling Oosie.
Now, first things first, Raider Nation, there's a lot going on, a lot of chatter, a lot of people talking about who could possibly start this weekend against the LA Chargers, especially with Jimmy G and the concussion protocol. Will it be fan favorite Aiden O'Connell or will it be Brian Hoyer? The questions have been going back and forth, and I know that a lot of Raider Nation will be pissed off if Brian Hoyer was to go out there and start this weekend because there's no reason to. But some news just came out today. According to Jeremy Fowler, Jimmy G could possibly be ready to go this weekend against the Chargers. According to Jeremy Fowler from ESPN, he is reporting that the Raiders have been optimistic about Jimmy Garoppolo's availability week 4 against the Chargers. He's got to pass through the protocol stages, but there's a feeling that he can make it back. We will see how he progresses this week. Now, when Josh McDaniels was asked about this in today's presser, he said that we're taking it one day at a time and we're preparing for all three of them to play this weekend. So, I guess everybody's dream of seeing Aiden O'Connell going out there and starting this weekend might come to an end if Jimmy G's ready to go. You know, everybody was over here worried about Brian Hoyer possibly starting just for Jimmy G to come back and say, you know what, I'm good to go. Let's play against this Chargers team, which I'm not too worried about. You know, Jimmy G has not had the best games these past 2 weekends, and he's been shitting the bed. No excuses there. I know the offensive line can do a better job, but the decision making with Jimmy G from these past 2 weekends have gotten worse and worse. 3 interceptions this past game, unexcusable, man. He's got to do a better job. If he wants to continue to be the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders, he's got to do a better job this weekend against the Chargers. And if he doesn't, if he even plays, that's all up in the air right now. We're barely even utilizing Hunter Renfrow, and I've seen clips going around of Hunter Renfrow getting open, but Jimmy G is just not finding him. And then you look at our rookie tight end, Michael Mayer. We're not even utilizing him at all in any of these games. And it just makes me think, that was a waste of a pick for us in the second round if we can't even utilize him. But I know the biggest flaw for the Raiders offense, especially trying to get any kind of success this season, is coming off of the run game. And I know that there could be a lot of blame going on Josh Jacobs. Heck, I even get frustrated seeing Josh Jacobs only run for 2, 3, -1 yard, all of that. But the offensive line has also got to do a better job, man. The pass blocking looks solid for the most part, but the run blocking is horrible. You really can't expect Josh Jacobs to do anything else out there if we can't open up holes. I just want to see better effort this week. Jimmy G has got to do better, like I said, moving forward. He right now is leading the league in interceptions with 6. Unacceptable. We have the fewest rushing yards in the NFL right now with only 185 yards. Am I worried about this team? Yes, I am kind of worried about this team. My faith in this team, my optimism about this team this season is slowly going down each and every week. And especially after that showing that they had this past weekend against the Steelers, it's not getting any better. But one guy that's not too worried about the Raiders moving forward, especially after starting the season 1 and 2, is Rich Eisen.
Well, the issue is too many turnovers from Garoppolo, couple of jump balls.
Yep.
Got to give it up for McDaniels on 4th and an index card, throwing a touchdown pass to Devontae Adams early on.
That was a dime.
And, Garoppolo with his turnovers, 13 catches for 172 yards for Adams. 20 targets, beast. That's what you're looking for. Didn't get that enough last year. The issue is with Jacoby Myers also, 85 yards receiving. Josh Jacobs is running at 3 yards a clip. That's the problem. I'm not worried about the Raiders just yet.
No?
No. It's still early.
Devontae Adams seemed a little, grumbled.
Of course he's grumbled because he wants to start winning games. He's not used to this struggling stuff.
He's got 4 weeks before it's,
But then we will see what happens.
Trade talk.
Their next game is at home against the Chargers. And by that, I mean SoFi. We'll see. I'm not worried about it.
And no Mike Williams.
And then they're home for Green Bay. So that's the one. If they lose that one with Devontae Adams, then he's going to really grumble.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. He does make a good point. It's just the beginning of the season. It's only week 4. What are we worried about? We have a whole season ahead of us. And we do. A lot of things can change throughout the whole season. But, me being an emotional Raider fan, I'm not going to lie. I get emotional about this team because I root for this team. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this team just for them to go out there and look like they did these past 2 weeks. And trust me, this isn't the first time I've seen this team shit the bed. I've seen it for the past 20 years, but it just gets frustrating each and every time, with all the high hopes just getting shot down. How long can we take it, But he does make a good point. I know there was a lot of other Raider fans telling me as well, Samoan Raider, it's just week 4. We just starting right now. But if the losses look better, I'd still be optimistic. But the way we've been losing right now have been looking horrible. Offense is looking terrible. I mean, we spending a lot of money on offense just for them to look shitty out there. I understand we don't spend a lot of money on the defense, but the defense is going to be the defense. Like I said prior, they put us in a lot of situations this past game to at least go out there and score, but the offense could barely stay on the field. And then you have a head coach in Josh McDaniels who's supposed to be an offensive guru, and our offense doesn't even look good. So that's where my frustration is at, but I'm gonna try to stay optimistic. I'm still holding on, man. I'm holding on to the ledge right now. We just got to see what type of Raider team is gonna show up in LA this weekend, and they better show up because we're actually gonna have a home game this week, because I know that the Raidernation is gonna show up in LA. I don't know why they don't come to Las Vegas, but that's besides the point. These past 2 years in LA, the Raidernation has always held it down at the tailgates, at the events leading up into the game, and the Raiders always seem to let us down. Hopefully this year's a little bit different. Hopefully we go over there against this 1-2 Chargers team who is struggling to find their identity as well, and hopefully we could go out there and come out with a victory. I kind of wish I could be like Rich Eisen and still not be worried about this team, but deep down inside, I'm kind of worrying about this team moving forward, but we'll see come this weekend. Now, last up, the Raiders made a move helping the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully it can help this defense get a little bit better. But, according to Tom Pelissero today, the Raiders have signed defensive end Malik Reed to the practice squad. Now, Reed has spent 3 years with the Broncos before getting traded to the Steelers, where he played a rotational role. He had his best season in 2020, where he started in 13 games, tallying a career high 8 sacks and a forced fumble. In his whole career, Reed has totaled 148 total tackles, 16 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and 16 sacks. The Raiders were definitely in need of a veteran pass rusher, and now they got one, especially with Chandler Jones, going off the rails right now on Twitter, posting a lot of crazy things, man. I ain't even worried about that, but I'm glad that the Raiders at least addressed the defensive side of the ball. And hopefully Malik Reed can provide some type of help on the defensive line opposite of Max Crosby. Now, my expectations for Malik Reed on this team ain't really too high. I do expect him to get called up to the 53-man roster sometime soon. Maybe play this weekend against the Chargers. I mean, this defensive line has definitely lacked any type of production out there outside of Max Crosby. So hopefully bringing in Malik Reed can help out in any type of way. But Raider Nation, what are your thoughts on this signing, bringing in Malik Reed to the practice squad? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. With all that being said, though, Raider Nation, I'm gonna be dropping my vlog tomorrow. I got a lot of things to edit and whatnot, but I thank you guys for always supporting and helping the channel by just liking, commenting, or even subscribing, man. Again, if you guys are gonna be in Los Angeles this weekend, man, tap in with the Oos Nation. We got the night before party, we got the tailgate at Pink Lot. It's gonna be a whole movie. Let's just hope that the Raiders can keep that same energy and hopefully bounce back this weekend to give the Raider Nation what we all want, which is a win. Until the next video, though, this is your boy Samoan Raider, and your boys, yeah.